Alright, Schlockmeister fans. A wench, my kingdom for a wench. It's Milady's court. Let's check it out. Gabrielle Tinty.
Especially in your moment of grief. Oh, where's the girl? Now, you are the sole heir. That means you inherit the entire estate.
In any case, she'll be the only one.
The Countess
to know the secret of
has a secret here.
I must say that's surprising. I didn't know you had an heir.
The experience of motherhood in some professions is unavoidable. I realize I haven't treated my poor offspring with the care and affection I should have. But I'll make it up now.
I'm astonished, my lady. Astonished? You mean you really have a child?
Unfortunately, I had to put her in the convent to be educated. Colette, I'm getting very
They
tired
catch her
of
maid
this
and the
fight.
Undertaker
This is really
screwing in the
much
cupboard.
Do you have to pick the Undertaker?
Which she finds hilarious, apparently.
Are you all right?
But she laughs so hard at the situation,
Try to relax.
she literally laughs herself to death.
She's dead.
So Gabrielle Tinty, who plays Vincent, now needs to go to this convent to find her heir. But unfortunately, the Countess died before she could reveal the name of her daughter. But it's one of these 5 girls, apparently. And he has arrived.
Pleasure to meet you at last.
The pleasure is mine, Reverend Mother.
I have to confess my feminine curiosity was much aroused by your letter. And if the journey hasn't tired you too much, I'd like...
Not at all, Reverend Mother. I'll explain the purpose at once.
And what is her name?
She didn't say her daughter's name. She only had time to say that she had a daughter who was living in this convent, but she never managed to get the name out. That's all I can tell you.
Mother is...
The girls are excited.
We don't have any problems. We don't know either of our parents. In that case, one of us is the daughter of Suzanne Dallet.
In short, of all your students, there are only 5 of whose origins you know nothing whatsoever.
Throughout the remainder of this film, we get a series of flashbacks, which apparently are from previous films in this series,
Do you mind if we do it?
which involved the Countess. And these are actually scenes from the other movies.
Your Excellency! Your Excellency! Anselmo has escaped!
His wife, is that right?
Vincent interviews all the girls.
If you can. You remember why they put you in the convent?
No.
Were you a normal child?
Yes, certainly.
And what was the reason?
They said I had a mania for sex.
Oh, really?
I resemble my mother in that sense.
Unlace your blouse and let it fall.
We get another flashback to some magician hypnotist who makes a girl get naked.
Submit to my enchantment now.
Can't show you what she's about to show, but it's nice.
In the most wonderful way.
What a marvelous woman. Imagine being her daughter. How wonderful. It could easily be me, you know. Suzanne and the Count for my parents. And the Emperor Napoleon as your godfather. Oh, if only I could convince the executor. You'll have to listen.
Another flashback to some ladies in a brothel.
But I beg you, in the name of Christian charity, lead the governor into temptation. Give yourself generously to his evil desires, and I will give you full absolution.
Anyway, they found a virgin girl to tease the governor. It's practical joke time. Vincent is naked inside that little peephole bathing. And she wasn't the only one falling for the prank.
Against the Emperor's life.
In another flashback, all these ladies, including the Countess, are going to play a joke on Napoleon of all people. They're all going to get naked in the street.
Ah. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you by any chance a virgin? You see, I happen to need a virgin.
You need a virgin?
That's no
Is that
reason
what
to
you
take
need?
on, so I had no intention
Well,
of
I'll take the
offending
ass.
you. The question was perfectly harmless.
Why do they all come here?
Excuse me, my good man. Do you happen to know a reliable virgin? You see, the old devil's been bothering me lately, and the only way I can get rid of him is a virgin.
Ah, the old devil, huh?
He ends up finding a virgin who ends up riding a goat.
You must be the daughter of Suzanne.
Did you love her very much?
Not as much as I love you. I'm afraid.
Afraid?
Because if you're Suzanne's heiress, then we'll have to part.
What do you mean?
They'd all say I was only after you because of the money.
I don't give a damn about the money.
One of the girls is taken
May I
off.
have your attention? I wish to announce a reward of 1,000 ducats for anyone who finds one of the convent girls who has run away.
1,000 ducats, what for?
No doubt they found 500 ducats was insufficient.
Driver, how soon will you be leaving?
Oh, where? We've got to
As
get...
far away as we can.
We've run away from home. Oh. Of course, just get in.
He ends up bringing them back.
Les voilà.
Yes, yet they hardly look like two people.
Obsession with
He has information about the Countess and her heirs. Plural.
which?
Was there more than one?
Well, the life she led, we never know the exact number.
Oh, forgive me. How many?
Let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5.
They find her Bible with all the names.
Clarissa, Françoise, Pierre, Suzanne.
Then, all 5.
The movie ends with everybody leaving. I guess they're going to be wealthy with the Countess's money. All right, let's talk about Milady's Court. What the hell is this movie? Well, it was another movie put out by Private Screenings. They put out a lot of these types of movies in the mid to late 80s. Most of them are European, French, Italian, German, a lot of German ones. Dubbed sex comedy stuff. A lot of it from the early 70s as well, early to mid 70s, late 70s. This one is no exception. Now, this one apparently is part 6 of a series of films called the Frau Werten series. I don't know what the hell that means. Frau is woman, I think. But yeah, apparently they have the same cast in all these. This was the last one. And apparently this one also showed a bunch of scenes from the previous 5. So it's not like a complete film, really. A lot of flashback stuff. But anyway, this also was known as the Countess Died of Laughter. Or the Countess Who Died of Laughter. I have this on a pre-recorded VHS tape. It is not available on DVD in any way, shape, or form that I'm aware of. There is actually, I take that back, there is a bootleg DVD floating around out there under that Countess title. But anyway, the movie. Okay, the plot as I can follow it here. This Countess is just inherited a bunch of money. I guess her husband died. And while she's reading the will, the undertaker and some maid or something who works at her place are discovered in this closet having sex. So she starts laughing at them. It's like, why the undertaker? And then she starts laughing so hard that she dies. She just keels over dead. And then the guy who was the executor of the estate or whatever in charge of the will decided, well, he's got to find an heir for her. It turns out she had a daughter, and because she mentioned it. So he has to find this daughter now. Apparently the daughter's living in a convent somewhere. But they doesn't know the name of the daughter. So he goes to the convent and he basically has to investigate to figure out which one of the 5 girls there is the daughter. There's a potential of 5, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, then we get a series of sexual hijinks. We have a lot of flashbacks, some of the Countess's story. Most of these flashbacks end up being scenes from the previous 5 films. They can't figure out which of the girls is the rightful heir, the daughter of the Countess. But near the end of the movie, one of the girls runs away with this dude. They get brought back, and then the guy says, yeah, I know the Countess. Yeah, she, last time I arrested her, she was writing down the names of her kids in the will. They were like, children, multiple, plural? And she's like, oh, yeah. And then they find the Bible. She's writing down the names of the Bible, not the will. But they find this Bible, then they open up the Bible, and they find the names, and there's actually 5 names. She had 5 daughters, and they're all, of course, the 5 kids who are at this nunnery, learning about God stuff, I guess. So anyway, the movie ends with them all taking off, and I guess they're going to be fabulously wealthy with the Countess's money. That's it. Typical hijinks here. Plenty of nudity, although not as much as you might think in a movie like this. Although there's still plenty. Don't worry about that. If there's enough there to keep you interested. But that's about all this film I was going for. I was honestly bored by it. It wasn't great. I didn't like all the flashback sequences because they just kind of made the film all kind of mishmash. It was hard to follow at times. But whatever. I guess they squeezed one more out of this one. So anyway, that's it. Like I said, there is enough nudity to keep you interested for the 85 minutes that this film runs. Not available on DVD, like I said, although there is a bootleg floating around, which occasionally pops up on Amazon or eBay under that Countess Died of Laughter title. This was homemade. I burned this from the pre-recorded VHS tape that I own with some homemade box art. Changed that. That is actually, I think, I don't know if that's a private. Yeah, that's actually the box of the poster, what it looks like, and we just made an English title, Milady's Court, on there. So anyway, that's it. Check it out. You're not going to check this out. Nobody's seen this shit besides me, but if you can, check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about Milady's Court, The Countess Died of Laughter. Watch it. Bye.